The board you're standing on is really important, but the boots are your immediate contact to the board, and to be able to trust the boots you're standing on is so important, and I think it really dictates everything you do on the water.
In the winter of 2006, we went back to humble roots, back to square one. We started Ronix with a simple philosophy. How do we make the most comfortable footwear you can possibly make? At that point in wakeboarding, most riders had to use some type of a soap to get their feet into the boots, and in often cases, they also had to get their feet out of the boots. We changed the landscape of footwear from the most advanced heat moldable custom orthotic liners, all of our boots coming on a baseless design, coming in over a pound lighter and getting you a stronger connection to the board. It really changed how we approached boots.
All these components make up a single one boot. This is the FlexForm heel panel. Put this on the back of the boot so that when you tighten it, it stretches and moves with the rider. This is an ankle support panel. This goes on the inside of the boot. You will never see this, but what this does is protects from the plastic of the skeleton.
I feel like riders, consumers can sense that about us, that of our commitment level to boots is so much deeper. Biggest thing to sum that up is from day one, we wanted to hit it from a lot of different angles. We wanted to have an industrial designer that's more focused on cut lines. We wanted to have an engineer that's designing the ultimate chassis system. We wanted to have a product manager that's overseeing it all, brand manager, and really have a complete footwear division.
If you look at our one collection, there's 76 different components coming from 22 suppliers and 8 countries to build a single boot. Not because it's cheaper, but because it's better. You know, we want to make the best footwear, and it's so cool that I'm allowed to have an unlimited budget of what can we do to be better. It's a unique mentality that I haven't found in any other company.
We use a lot of video to look at like lean against the boot and the different needs between boat riders and cable riders and hard landings and stuff. So we were trying to come up with some stuff to give the rider support. This is some stuff we tried for when we first got into XP stuff.
We test hundreds and hundreds of samples out at Lake Ronix in Orlando. We get a lot of really fun projects. One that stands out to me is the kinetic boot. It took many different prototypes to get the walkable boot to the point where it is exactly as comfortable as a traditional Ronix boot.
We didn't want to sacrifice anything that was found in our high-end range just to have a walkable liner. We spent about 4 years and over 100 prototypes to get the fit exactly the way we wanted it. For every model in our line, there's been at least 20 to 50 prototypes built to get it to where it is on the shelf. There's really no holding back. There's no boundaries of financial tooling budgets or what we can spend. It's simply, let's go out and find the best materials across the world, and let's build the best boots to bring to the market for the upcoming season.
We were the first to make an adaptive chassis to where as you're cinching the laces, it's actually forming around the top of your foot with a skeleton. We were the first to make a baseless boot, getting you 1/3 lower and lighter. We were also the first to make it a heat-formed custom fit liner. Regardless of however many firsts or awards or anything like that, if you're not really telling a tangible difference when you slip your feet in and go out for a sesh, it kind of doesn't mean anything. What looks good in the selling feature might not necessarily look good of actually a tangible difference. And that's all that really matters to us, is what is it really doing for you regardless of what it's saying.